before I walk out, before I put Hotel California and walk out, I get booed. They boo me. We're getting better entertainment from this young guy coming up, but we used to boo him. Now we have to love him. When I lost back in Monaco 7 years ago, I came back and I was baptized, born again. It's too exciting. It's exciting for me because I'm like, am I going to do it today? I don't know.
Welcome to the Ring Magazine podcast. My name is Lewis Hart. Delighted today to be joined with Derek Chisora.
He didn't even have the strength to hold his gloves up strongly, so Chisora's shots got through, and then that was the final shot. But before that final shot, you could see the big left hand also.
Derek, how's things? How are you?
Things are good, brother. How are you?
I'm all good. All better for speaking to yourself, and all better to see the Ring Magazine up and running in 2025. I guess for yourself, you know, you've been around boxing for a long time, all your life almost, and I guess to see the Ring Magazine, its resurgence in 2025, I guess as a boxer, how good is it to see?
You know what? Growing up, we used to watch Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, Michael Tava, late night, early morning, basically. And one of the belts would be on the Ring Magazine belts. They'll be winning, after the WBC, the IBF. It's amazing. It's great. And now we see how it's running properly. People. It's like a. How can I say? It's in a way. It's like it's a club. It's a special club, basically. But everybody else is invited, basically.
Yeah. When you have a media outlet, and I guess something that broadens for so long, as you say, look, there's a belt, and the Ring Magazine belt is so prestigious, as it says, it's the number one in the division. When you have something like that, how important is that for the legacy of the sport? Would you say?
Listen, I think the Ring Magazine legacy for the sport is it's been there. It's been there for a while. Do you understand? So everybody wants to fight for it. You can't just fight for it. Yeah. You have to fight the top two in the world to win it, and that's how special it is. That's the legacy of it. Nobody else. Most people actually get in boxing and fight and never win it.
Yeah.
But it's just there. So I enjoy it. I enjoy watching guys fighting for it. I never fought for it, but I did actually fight for it. That's it.
Yeah, of course, against Tyson Fury. Yeah. Do you think like as yourself when you are as a boxer, like when you were challenging for it, like you recognise how as you mentioned there, you recognise how important that it is for the sport?
It is, and I believe that with the new owners, it's going to be much better. Because before it was run as a belt, but now it's going to be run as a club, a special club. So we're excited about that.
And when you talk about watching on TV and you see the guys with the Ring Magazine belts and that, would you say that's your first memories? Like, what were your first memories of like recognizing the ring and realizing how important it was?
My first memory was when I watched Floyd Mayweather fight for it. And there was not even Michael Buffer. What's the other commentator? What's his name from Showtime?
Jimmy Lennon Jr.?
Yeah. Showtime, man. The winner of the Ring Magazine, Floyd Mayweather. They said his uncle Roy Jones in the ring and stuff. That was my first time. We're talking about early 2000s, basically. Yeah.
And you see now the Ring Awards as well, which I'd always liken it like the Oscars of boxing. Yourself was there. To see so much history and so much elite club, I guess for yourself being there as well, how special is that to get everyone all in the same place?
I personally, let me be honest with you, as you said, Oscars of boxing, it's quite nice when you see, because remember half of these fighters don't see each other in different weights.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's quite nice, Canelo was in London, Oscar's here as well. Different promoters, different trainers are here, and everybody's just having a good time. There's no. Sorry, man. Phone's always blowing up. Wife's calling me. Canelo's there, everybody's there, you know,
Yeah.
and people, we don't get to see these guys,
Mhm.
the American guys. We don't get to see the Canadian guys, the Mexican guys. So suddenly, the only time we get to see each other is for these awards now, if they're going to be running for every year. That's amazing. And now fighters will fight more now to win one of these awards. So I was excited to see everybody there. You know, Anthony Joshua was there. You know, the only person who was not there, who I would love to see there, was the Gypsy King. But everybody was there having a good time.
Yeah. A thing you mentioned there about seeing the American fighters and other fighters come over. We saw Devin Haney put on a workout at the Peacock Gym. We saw how much people came out for that. When you look at the great fighters that come over and when they come to the UK, do you feel like they get appreciated more when they're in the United Kingdom from the fans?
I think they get appreciated more anywhere they are. Do you understand?
As opposed to being in America, I guess.
Yeah,
If
I
you
mean,
use an
like
American fighter.
in America, they loved in America. Yeah, when they come here, they loved. Do you understand? You don't understand how much you're loved until you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, having Canelo here, you know, it's amazing. Having Devin Haney here, it's amazing. You know, it's great, and we would love to see more of them, and we would like to take some of our fighters there as well for other people to see them. But you know, it's all happening because of one thing: the Ring magazine.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing I wanted to ask yourself, Derek, as well, when you go to these events, you'll have people coming up to you, fighters come up to you from all walks of life, and they may ask you for advice, photos, you know, wanting to socialize with you. And that's created by yourself, by the legacy you've created in your career. Is that, like, how humbling is that to guess people coming up to you and people looking up to you, I guess, when you do have people from all different fighters, especially at these events?
No, you know what? I'm friends with everybody, bro. Because those who are starting their career, you have to be nice to them because you never know where they're gonna reach up. So I'm friends with everybody. I don't walk in the room and say, "Oh, I'm here now." I just like to have a conversation with everybody, chat with everybody, and just have a good time.
Yeah. And when you look at it from like the UK public, and especially when you look at the Joe Joyce fight and how much love you got there after that win, and how many great nights you've given to the UK public, for as much as you love the sport, does it feel good that, you know, you have the public and, you know, when it's all said and done, you know, you are up there as, you know, a legend in a sense because you've given so many great nights to the UK. Like how special is it feeling to have that UK backing?
Mate, I never had that before. You know, before I walk out, before I put Hotel California and walk out, I get booed. Boo, boo, they boo me, boo me, boo me. And then those boos became cheers. You know, you go to a point when the British public will like spend them hard-working money, buying tickets at $40, $50, and then suddenly watching the headline, and then suddenly they will not get their money's worth, you know. And I will be coming there just fighting, and then they realize, hold on, we're getting better entertainment from this young guy coming up, but we used to boo him. Now we have to love him. You know, those boos became cheers now. So now they don't boo me, now they love me. But I worked hard to get that. You understand? And I love it, and I appreciate the British fans for that. I appreciate all my fans all over the world. You know, even those who don't watch me, they know about me. So I'm excited. I'm always happy about it.
When you talk about the boos and the cheers, like when you look at that point in your career or the mentality of your career, was there part of you that like enjoyed the boos? Did you enjoy maybe playing the bad guy?
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed it because without the boos, bro, there's no money.
Yeah.
Just why people don't get it wrong. If people don't boo you, you're not making any money. You know, because at the end of the day, people are gonna boo you. They're gonna pay tickets. They're gonna buy tickets to come and watch you lose. Yeah, and sooner or later, they're gonna buy tickets to come and watch you win. Either way, you're winning.
Do you prefer though, like that change, I guess, from when, especially throughout your career, when you look now and you've got the support, you feel like when you've had it on both sides, where you've had people not like you, but now you have, you know, people love you. Do you feel like, you know, do you appreciate, as you say, like, do you appreciate the difference now that you can appreciate everyone on your side now?
I appreciate everybody on my side, everybody, man. Even those guys who don't like me, I like everybody. You know, because at the end of the day, man, life is just a game. You know, I like everybody. You know, it's like this life we have is levels. One day you're on level 1, next day you're on level 2. So I like everybody. In boxing, outside boxing. I just like enjoying life, basically.
Do you feel like throughout your career, because you're nearing on 50 fights now, from when you first started to the position that you're in now, do you feel like you've had a mentality switch? Like maybe whether it be when you first started out, it was like winning the world titles or winning the titles, to now entertaining the crowd, appreciating your career. Do you feel like you've ever felt that mentality switch in a sense as the career's gone on?
I'm more like born again.
Yeah.
I had to give something back. And at the time I was just living my life as me, and then suddenly, when I lost back in Monaco 7 years ago, I came back and I was baptized, born again, stopped drinking, stopped eating pork, and just started going to church.
Yeah. I was about to ask that, like, what was that like to have that feeling, as you say, to be born again? And was there ever a sudden point where you realised, look, I'm going to be a different man now?
Yeah, after I lost the fight, because the fight I lost, I was meant to win it. I lost the fight. I was meant to, don't know, it was just one of those things that happened, because I used to drink a lot, I used to go out a lot, and I used to burn both candles at the same time. And I was like, you know what, this is not right. So I had to stop drinking.
Do you think you can give that advice to fighters coming through now? I know, obviously, your nephew Jermaine, he's just starting out as a pro as well. So do you feel like you could give that advice, saying, look, this is something you need to be all in on?
No, you know what? Everybody always say I'd give people advice. Yeah, you can't give anybody advice, especially a real man, a real talent guy. You can't. A real man, it was like you tell him something, but he will do the opposite. The only way you can actually do to help them is when it happens, you can direct them the right way. Because if you tell somebody, oh, you can't do this, they'll do it because it's been working for them. And then suddenly when they crash, that's when you have to go and help them. But I got friends who drink and go out and do boxing. But I don't tell them to stop. I'll tell them, yeah, you have a good night? Yeah, a good night, great. As long as you keep having a good night, you're not going to stop. It's only the day you crash and you do something wrong, that's when you know, okay, I need to change. For me, I used to have a good night, so I carried on until one day I realized I lost the fight I should not have lost. Yeah. So what did I do? Stop drinking, born again, and that's it.
Yeah. And when you look now at this position in your career, there isn't too many fights left for yourself. I know you said you want to get to 50.
There's not too many fights left, yeah. But there's so many things to do in boxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I was going to say, like, the idea of yourself, like, not wanting, like, the idea of yourself not fighting anymore, like, how often would you think about that now in your life, realizing, like, and how do you think, I know there's still a lot of things to do in boxing, but the idea of that competition element being out, not in your life anymore, is that a hard thing to accept? Like, when it does get to that point?
Competition is always in my life, bro. Competition, I have a competition I actually play every day. Yeah. With myself. It sounds very weird, yeah, but it's good. It puts me on my toes. Sometimes it pisses me off. So my gate is electric gate. Yeah. So the time on it is 30 seconds. Yeah. So I open my door and I got my gym bag and everything. So I have to just press the buzzer when I'm walking to my car. And the idea is for me to beat that gate so I can reverse my car and not press it again. But so far I lose that game. Because it's too exciting. It's exciting for me because I'm like, am I going to do it today? I don't know. And then I'm like, bang, and I run to my car. And I start my car and I'm reversing. And then the gate starts closing down. I'm like, damn. So that's another thing I enjoy about myself, basically. Competition, like you were saying.
But I guess, like, when it comes to identity as well, not being like Derek Chisora, the fighter anymore, not being Del Boy, War Chisora, like, is there anything that fears you for that? I know you spoke about the lead up to the Wallin fight, like when you had the poster and it said the last dance, there was you spoke about sort of crying. But that idea of that, not having that identity of yourself being that fighter anymore. Yeah,
this is what most people go in depression about, not having that identity. So what I do is I start creating something else, like my Delicious TV, my other YouTube channels, So the idea is people don't want to be forgotten. If you've been in the limelight, you don't want to be forgotten. You understand? This is why most athletes end up drinking, end up doing so many silly stuff because people have forgotten them. You know, you're suddenly you grow up from being 18 selling a stadium of 500 tickets, and now you're selling 72,000, the worldwide everybody knows about you. And then suddenly at one point the lights off, people forget about you. You know, it's, well, why do you think Ronaldo's still playing football? He don't want to be forgotten. He's still, that's why he changed his way of living. Yeah, because he knows it's a lonely road when you're by yourself. So, and most people tend to the bottle, start drinking, start smoking. So, but for me, I started coming up with ideas what I want to do when I retire, so people don't forget about me.
Yeah. Does it feel good though to make that impact that, you know, people aren't going to forget about you?
Yeah, well, it's hard.
Yeah. And just for yourself, being at the top stage, fighting at so many different levels in stadiums and this and that, like, it must be hard for anyone in the outside world to understand what that's like. But if you could give an insight on what it's like to, you know, as you say, fighting at Tottenham, 60,000 people and that, like, what if you could sum it up, like, what even is that experience like?
It's hard. It's good, and it's amazing, and it's hard. Yeah, because you walk out, you get knocked out in front of 60,000. You feel embarrassed, you know. At the same time, but it is what it is. You know, you can't really change it, but it's amazing. You know, when you walk out there, everybody's worked hard for all their money, and then suddenly they buy tickets to come and watch you. How amazing is that? You know, entertainment. So I like it.
Just before I do wrap this up, a simple question. As you say, like for your fighting career, the end might be near, but how would you like people to remember Derek Chisora, the fighter?
I would like to be remembered. People remember people the way they want to remember them. You know, I can say remember me this way, but they want to remember me this way, the other way. So right now, whatever they want to do, just fine with me.
I guess, do you care about that? Like the way people think about you?
To be honest with you, no, don't really care. When you start caring, you got a problem. Me, I don't have a problem. I'm happy. The only person I care about is my wife. That's it.
That's brilliant. Yeah, Derek, it's been a pleasure to speak to you today.
Thank you.
Really good to see you, and all the best, mate. Top man. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Thank you.